Hi, Vladimir. I wanted to give you some video feedback. Easy to read. The layout here is really nice. I don't have a Get Feedback link. There was one named Get Feedback, but you might, try and key that out a little bit, the background. But otherwise, it's all looking great, except when we get down to here, and this is all placeholder, so that's template that will have to come out. Make sure everything is centered. Make sure that's all working, and I'm going to check to see that these links go where you intend them to. Yes, okay, good. Just a little bit of space here, and you may want to make that 2 paragraphs just because of the width of the column. This is placeholder. You want to remove that. Remove all this empty space. Okay, certainly that strip there. So this should be in your footer. Okay. This is also your about. Let's not have 2 of these. That's a duplicate. And what you want to do is get straight into your work. All right, you'll have a header, or a heading rather, and then straight into your work. That's what your portfolio will be. Okay. Rather than wrapping this, maybe you need to have this justified left. That's should be a different color here. And just have everything over to the left. That way you're going to just have 4 lines every time. And except in this case, when you have 2 columns, you can bring it over a little bit. You can also go through and edit this category. You can say skills, and Illustrator will still fall under that, okay? And then you will have a little room there. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Let's not duplicate that, all right? I like this logo effect. What you want here is going to be a place where they can just contact you. There are also some contact forms that have a drop down of what they're interested in. And so this would be a place where they can contact you for work. The consent and release form is probably going to be a drop down. I don't recommend drop downs, but for something like this, I do. And that's just something under your contact where they can find something. It's going to be a little more in depth than this to get a consent release form typically. Okay. And by the way, we need to make sure we have navigation on every single page, so we're not hitting the back button. Contact will always go last, so move that over to the very end. Feedback, you don't really need that, okay? So that wouldn't be typically asked for on a website for a professional like you. And so take that off. That'll be better for you. There's nothing on there that's urgent. And services, I would, rather than having this space, I would just, you can keep them center aligned, but I would list them one after the other. Unless it's drone photography, then bring it a little closer if those go together. And again, that placeholder strip is going to have to go. And if you do keep a services page, you're going to need to have your navigation, all right? So that needs to be accessible from every location, and make sure you move this to here and take out the extra content on the portfolio, all right? I can't look at the mobile right now due to the Get Feedback link. You can send it to me at some later date if you choose for feedback, but that's what that was needed for as well. All right. Have a great weekend. Let me know if you have any questions.